All right, hey everybody! Thank you once again for listening to Riffin with Griffin. I'm over here at Riffin Studios.
You need that sign.
Yeah, I have to put it someplace. We're here at Riffin Studios recording live, and I got with me a special guest, Mr. Adam Ray. Everybody, yay! I keep thinking there's like there's some kind of live studio audience.
I know, you want that. We all want that. You know?
You know?
Did you ever practice that as a kid? Like
Yes.
coming out on stage and hear it? Like, did you have like your folks or just like do it for yourself?
You know I did.
Yeah, I
still do it. Yeah, I still go in my living room like introducing Erik Griffin.
Yeah, I do when I step into the shower.
I go, stop it, guys, stop.
Yeah, come on, let me live a normal life.
Let me be me.
Well, you can't be normal when you got a walking stick. Where'd you get this at?
This is a wand. Thank you very much.
Shit.
It was given to me.
I thought it was Brad's walking stick. It's a wand from what? I love how quickly you pulled it out of my hand. Is this like a special? Like,
No.
you're not a real sorcerer. Give me that back.
Yeah, it's like you need a belt. You need a red belt before you can pick up somebody's. You don't pick up a man's wand.
Is that a Potter wand or a...
No, you know what? At the Nashville, what's the club in Nashville? Zanies. One of the waitresses, she heard me talking about Harry Potter, and then she was like, I actually make Harry Potter wands.
Wow.
And I was like, really? She just makes wands. And so she brought me that like second day of the shows, and I was like, oh, that's pretty awesome. So,
Dude, whenever I think we do, what we do is pretty cool, then you go on and you hear about people that make wands, and you go,
I know.
I thought I had a lot of time on my hands.
Okay, so I know I don't know if you watched the show or not.
I do. I was listening to it on the way over here too.
Okay, good. Yeah. So I got, I get like
Based on Title Alone is one of the best podcasts.
Which one?
Based on Title Alone, which is one of the best podcasts. But also, I've been telling you for. You're such an About Last Night podcast legend. So it was only a matter of time until you had your own.
And then the legend of Quick Fat is here.
I get. You got to go back and listen to
the Quick Fat episode. People still, by the way, didn't I tell you I was in Australia?
No,
I was in Australia and somebody came up to me and was like, "Quick Fat," and I was like, "Damn!" That's when I knew. That was the first time I said I need to do a podcast.
Yeah,
because that's a long reach.
It is.
Well, I do theme songs on the podcast. Now, the last episode that I did, it's a solo episode. I haven't even released it yet as of filming this one right here. But, I get so many great theme songs from people.
The one with Matt Rife is so far one of my favorites.
Oh, you like that one a lot?
Yeah.
I think that was, was that Marty Brueggemann? I think that was Marty. Just because you said that, we're going to use that theme song for today.
Okay.
The Adam Ray theme song episode. I don't know what episode this is, but this is Riffin with Griffin, and this is once again the great Marty Brueggemann. Riffin with Griffin. Wait, do we need to sing it, Mike?
Riffin with Griffin now. Riffin with Griffin.
You got a little piece of that.
Come and join the show. Come and join the show.
Give me my goddamn singing mic. You don't know what you're doing. Marty B, Adam Ray, on Riffin with Griffin.
It's just got it's got almost like a Pee-wee's Playhouse commercial break, Corona commercial.
I know.
Love Boat, right when you board the cruise and the camera's behind you as you walk on the ship and you see the whole thing and you see the families swimming, you see the guy at the buffet, you see someone doing karaoke and you're and it's through the eyes of a kid seeing a cruise ship for the first time.
I mean, I thought, even when I said it, I first heard it, I was like, I feel like we're on the Lido deck of a Carnival cruise line. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We don't, I guess we can keep, you don't have to keep these on.
Okay.
Keep them on. It's up to you.
I'll keep them on, yeah.
All right, we can keep them on, just in case, so we can go to the singing mic every now and then.
We might.
We might go to the singing mic. But anyways, as much as we know each other, we don't know each other. As much as we talk about stuff. You good? Is this good?
Yeah,
it's all experimental. This is my second guest.
No,
You're not even going to see my first guest because I messed up. I had technical difficulties. I'm going to release a little bit of it and call it Technical Difficulties episode of
That's a good name for a podcast.
I know, Technical Difficulties.
There's real low expectations.
Yeah. But so I know you're originally from Seattle.
Yeah.
Right. So you actually started doing comedy in Seattle.
I did maybe 2 open mics in Seattle before I moved here. So I consider myself starting here.
Oh wow.
I mean, wouldn't you? You know, like where you really cut your teeth and.
I know. Well, I mean, I started in L.A. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was
But if you did 2 open mics in a place and then moved, you wouldn't say I mean,
that's true.
That's
That's
however
true.
you break it down.
That's
I mean,
true.
did I start? Yeah, the first time I did stand up was in Seattle.
Right.
But started and you know, really hit the open mics and chose to make it like, you know, a priority. Like, yeah, here. You know.
Oh, so you consider yourself then an LA comic?
For sure.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But you were doing a lot of stuff like, oh shit, that's so loud.
Put that on the second mic. Did you get a fucking soda mic?
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, the soda mic.
By the way, your impression of a soda opening is like one of the original alternatives they had for the Batman fight sounds. You went ski-ba-bow, and like, how about when he hits the Joker? Ski-ba-bow. Like, no, we'll save that for the opening of a cherry Coke.
I know, it just opens and it just bam, ow, like the Batman version.
Yeah.
Anyways, so you started, but I know you were doing a lot of shows in Seattle because I remember you were like,
well, when I go back now, I try to do a lot. But yeah, I mean, I probably, you know, again, like 2 or 3 open mics, brought a bunch of friends. The second time I did it, I probably brought 20 people, and I ran the light by like 2 minutes. And the owner of Giggles at the time, Terry Taylor.
Giggles, Jesus.
Yeah, did you ever do it? Like,
no. Oh, shit, I've never done Giggles.
It was the club for a while, and it was in University Village, right next to University of Washington. And it's still a great room. The guy who owns Laughs Comedy Spot now bought it and turned it back because it went from Giggles to a strip club called Jiggles, and then back, you know.
And the reason why they named it Jiggles is because they didn't want to pay for the sign.
Yes.
So they just
Same type of bombing was happening on stage. Just maybe a
Damn.
little funnier at Jiggles, but
So you never did, because I was doing John Fox rooms.
yeah.
I was doing what was the name? Underground.
Underground. That is a really great room. It's just like it needs to be, you know, refurbished a little. But
Are you talking about like the original one or the one they have now?
the one I've done the one that they had before this one.
Oh,
And
is there wait? How many? I haven't been
well,
there in
the
so
underground.
long.
I mean, it's just in the same. They just moved it across the street.
Oh.
But you probably did the original one.
I did the original one.
Yeah. How was that?
Oh, it was. I don't know. I mean, that guy's like he just.
I heard he made Eric Myers sleep in the. Eric Myers, recovering alcoholic, who you know has gotten.
He slept in like the freezer with the alcohol.
yeah, in the alcohol closet.
Well, he must.
I didn't give him a hotel room. Eric didn't want to fly.
What?
Took a train up there, so took a train, 37 hours from LA to Seattle, and then slept. He's like, I don't have a hotel room where you can sleep with the booze. Fucking, what do you think happens? He fucking gets, and he's like scared of the dark and thinks to go like. So,
What do you mean you can sleep with the booze?
yeah, so he falls off the wagon. Obviously, wakes up the next day. He's just shit faced. Like half the Jack Daniels was gone. Like,
Oh my god!
Yeah.
What kind of that's actually like hurts my heart to hear
Yeah.
that.
like you gonna put a blind guy in a Shark Tank? You know?
Well, I mean, you can't. I don't know if. I think if you put a blind guy anywhere, like say
For sure.
you put the
I
blind
just tried
guy
to think of one of the most scariest
No, but,
places
like,
for him to
you-
wake up.
in this example, it
Yeah.
would be like you'd put the blind guy with the knives.
Yeah.
There's a knife room.
Yeah. Boy, how rich are you?
You don't got a knife room?
I love that that's my idea of money. You got so many knives, you need a room dedicated for them.
Well, that is like that's nonsense money.
Oh yeah, dude.
I want nonsense money.
We'll get there.
I don't know.
Yeah, we will.
No, I don't. I'm talking about there's
Well, you don't know what to do with
there's
like
being wealthy.
Yeah.
Okay. And in this society, people have a wrong idea of money.
Mhm.
Like if you have $1 million in the bank, you don't got a knife room.
yeah.
Because you're actually gonna have to keep your job to like because you know that's just a little nest. But like is $2 million a lot of money?
Yeah, I feel like.
Yeah, but where you living?
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, you don't got a mansion because
No, you don't. No. You
I'm
need
saying-
like what,
I'm saying-
40, 50 million to have a mansion,
This is what I'm
right?
saying. Okay. Let's say you have $50 million in the bank.
Because what's your lifestyle
Let's
if
say,
you got a mansion?
like I'm saying, you're starting with $50 million. Okay, what do you do? How much is your mansion?
I'll probably get a $10 million mansion.
Okay, so you paying the 10 up
Yeah,
front for
yeah,
it?
yeah.
Okay, so you're paying the 10.
Yeah.
So plus the tax and
Yeah,
all that,
yeah.
right? Now the upkeep of a $10 million mansion,
It's not bad.
it's really gonna be bad. You're
Like,
talking about
I got an indoor pool.
gardening, you got indoor pool, you
Yeah.
got the heating, you got all that.
Kitchen staff. I got Wolfgang Puck cooking for me every Tuesday,
Would
Friday, and Sunday.
With only $30 million left?
Yeah, that's a couple mil for Wolfgang.
Okay, so you're talking about, but per year,
One meal. He does one meal when he comes in. He's not there for like 5-6 hours.
I know, but
I just want him to open the jar of pickles because I'm like, well, it tastes better with you.
But how much do you think the maintenance for a $10 million mansion is a month? Do you think it's 20,000 a month?
That. Yeah.
Do you think it's 30,000 a month? I'm just trying to point out that this is what happens to people. This is why people lose money. This is why people with the lottery lose money. Because this is how we think. We think, oh, $50 million. That's a lot of money. But not.
I got to spend all of it because I'm not going to be able to spend. I won't be able to outlive that money.
You might be able to.
Yeah.
If Mike Tyson had 150 and he lost it because he had tigers at parties and stuff like that. I'm just saying, what do you think? I'm just saying, like, what's dumb money? My point is it $100 million? You know, like at $100 million, you have your $10 million mansion. You know, you put $5 million in a trust fund that the interest runs your household.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, now we're talking.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely would want.
But even, by the way, not to interrupt, but $10 million a house, you still might not have a knife room.
Why not?
Because, dude, houses are expensive. Where you living? You living in California? Let's say we're living in LA.
Wow, yeah. See, I was thinking of like, you know, Boise, Idaho.
Oh, Boise, Boise, Idaho. You own half the state. You got a mansion with $300,000. You got.
Yeah.
Why do you think Chappelle moved there?
You own the Oise in Boise.
I don't know, but that's just dumb. But anyways,
that's why Chappelle got a farm in Ohio, right?
I get it. I remember I watched.
He's probably got he probably owns so much land with. Right? I mean, you have to imagine.
I love going to those like websites. It's like, you know, richest people in America, or like, no, like I love going to those lists where it's like top 50 estates or most expensive. And Tom Cruise had this. You know, a lot of people live in Montana.
Yeah. Jacksonville. Sandra's got a place in Jacksonville.
Oh man, Tom Cruise had this place.
John Mayer, I think too.
It looked like there was no one for 1,000 miles. It felt like it just looked like that. And then and he did it for this view of like the sunset,
just for the view.
Yeah, I was like, damn. He gotta have dumb money.
Oh, Tom Cruise is probably secretly one of the richest guys ever. Maybe it's something with but you never hear him on those lists. You never hear him talk about. You hear about Will Smith. You're about.
You know what though? If you're on a list, you don't got dumb money. Okay, the people that got.
You think you paid to get on the list?
You know, I'm saying the people that got the real money, they're never on Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous, and like Warren Buffett's not going to be on Cribs.
And that is why I can't sleep at night.
You know, because Warren Buffett on Cribs, it would just be the servants' quarters.
Yeah,
and we would be like, "What the? This is better than my." Your servants are living like this,
dude. There is
he got $30 billion.
There's a lost episode of Cribs that I want to see so bad that just features like Warren Buffett and Celine Dion, you know, and Richard Branson.
By the way, I'm telling you, Celine Dion does not go in that category.
She's got so much money. For sure she does. Not
billion. Does she have $1 billion? I
bet she's got over 100 mil for sure.
Okay, that's not dumb money. We have a different idea of what dumb money is.
Yeah,
you know what? This is what I like about you. You're a simple man.
Yeah, I am.
You know what I mean? And you're looking at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, dude, $100 million.
Dumb money's like what? Like a couple bill?
You have to be in the billions. Yeah, you got to be in the billions.
Yeah, even 300 million.
Dude, I saw
some of these baseball players when we see like Mike Trout 430 or whatever million. Like,
but check it out. He don't have it all at once.
Yeah.
So he has 30, which is actually 15.
Yeah.
Which agents, manager fees, you know, he's losing 40-50% of that. So at the end of it, in 13 years, he's going to have, and he's probably spent money. So at the end of the 13 years, he might only have like, you know, $100 million. What
about LeBron? Like he got 90 mil before he even played a basketball game.
He's probably got a lot of them. He'll probably be another billionaire athlete. But I'm just saying, man, like just like dumb money is not. I'm talking about dumb money. Like I saw one of these shows and they had these like they said the richest houses in the world, you know, and it was like a secret thing where like you know they were like they couldn't show you where they are.
Right.
It's just like, you know, they were showing you they had to blindfold people.
Was it on an island?
I don't know what it was, but this one house, it was $150 million.
Yeah.
Okay, for the house.
Yeah.
See, this is what I'm trying to tell you about dumb money. Okay, 150 for the house, and the maintenance for the house per month, like it had this marble.
Oof, that's expensive.
That you had to clean weekly, or it would go bad. So
Jesus.
there was security.
She's got a marble staff.
Yeah, so it's like
What's your marble budget?
so when you have like a $50,000 a month budget
Yeah.
to run your house, that's dumb money, man.
Yeah.
And check it out, the motherfucker that owned it don't even stay there.
No, he doesn't. Yeah. No, I know people like that just own properties and are never there.
But imagine owning $150 million property that it costs so much money per month, and you're barely there. That's what I'm saying.
And you forget that you even have that place. You like go to visit that city and you're like, where are we gonna stay? Oh fuck! How about our house?
You know, I'm always tripping when I keep hitting that. I always.
Now, did you think about tripping with Griffin being a potential podcast name? Every episode ends with you just falling down some stairs.
No, but I think like in my own place, I always wonder like, oh man, where's that jacket? Did I leave it in a closet? Imagine like
Oh, in a mansion. Yeah.
you're not even just in your mansion. You lost your jacket in one of your mansions.
Wow. Do you have a staff that just
A
like
jacket staff.
where did I put this, butler? Somebody that just like catalogs everything you put down.
You know what? I want to find it.
Truman
Butler.
show your day. They just journal everything.
I want to find it, Butler.
Yeah.
He's just it's like a dude with glasses, and
Yeah.
he's in a room. No, he's in a room that has like only he goes in there. And
He's
there's
like the guy who's
cameras.
directing like the Grammys. He's sitting in a room
Yes.
with all the cameras.
And he's following you. Camera
Yeah.
7,
Yeah.
camera 4,
Yeah.
camera 5.
Yeah.
It's just and then at the end of the day, you get to watch it and wait,
That is, it's Truman Show. You get to watch the highlight reel from your day.
and then you're firing editors all the time.
This guy, he cut away too quick.
Because I'm like, can you explain this shot?
Right when I was getting to the good part of that sandwich, you cut away. And I wanted you go closer. You zoom in on my face for the bite.
What my point I'm trying to tell you is you can't do this
Yeah,
with $5 million.
you can't. I know.
You don't have you can't have a follow you around staff with
So we
just
got-
$5 million.
That's why we got to win the lottery or get a show that just is internationally. That's how you do it, right? International
guess.
movie money.
I don't know.
How do you get at this point?
I don't know anymore.
Yeah.
Like what would you if you won the lottery? It's $500 million. Do you quit stand up?
I don't know, man. I mean,
Or you open up Ray's stand up clubs? Like you open up like 10 of them, and it's like, guess who's headlining this week? Is it Adam Ray again?
I'm just bouncing around from every club.
Yeah.
Shit, I don't know. Maybe I'd I'd open a podcast studio right next to Joe Rogan's and just try to go toe to toe with him.
God. I know, it's like, don't you feel like you're slumming
Buy
it?
like a bigger
being here.
Every time he gets like a crossbow, like I get like I get like a live buffalo that like can shoot the crossbow.
If I had $500 million, I would buy the Laugh Factory and the Comedy Store.
Yeah.
I would just buy it. I would go to them both and be like, I want this.
And do what?
Give me a price.
Yeah.
I won't tell them,
Oh, and they would tell it to you. If you
Yeah.
said give me a price, they would
If I
Always-
would
yeah.
they sell it for $50 million? The rights, everything.
Wow.
You know what I mean? If I came
That's
to
a
that, I
great
went to
question.
the Shore family. Here's $50 million. I want it
Cash.
all. Yeah, like a Brinks truck is behind. It's just there with me.
I bet Jamie would.
I don't think he would.
You don't think he would, huh?
No, because
Too
he would think
prestigious,
he would think that. No.
It's also like once you've built that up, like how do you let that go? Like I
know.
mean, it's I would want to think that there's a price for anything, but that's I mean I don't I have a tough time just even giving away
The thing is,
shoes.
if somebody comes to you and says, "Excuse me," if somebody comes to you and is like, "Yo, I'm gonna give you $500 for that hat." Now, your first thought might be, "I wonder why he's paying $500 for this," and then you're like, "I gotta go. Let me go see if I can make $500."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then I go, I could clearly get another one of these hats, but this one fits my head good. And it is a little dirty. I should get a new one. But maybe this is a sign. You start thinking of that. Like maybe
But
what can I do with that $500?
But what I'm saying is like, is that all going through your head fast? Would you just give it up? Would you just like be like, okay, here's a hat?
I'd probably say no because I'd be suspicious. Well,
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying.
although 500, if it was like 1,000, maybe I would.
Okay, so you have a price that
Yeah,
you
I
would
think
sell
so.
your price. Okay, let's say
Yeah.
like that hat, like Ken Griffey Jr.
Shit, I'll sell my body to science for $1,500.
Didn't you?
That's why my calves are so big.
Yeah. God, you went to the calf thing. You thought you were gonna come out like Daredevil, and you came out. You know,
Oh shit!
you're
Dude,
still unathletic.
I used to do this stair stepper when I was first started like going to the gym in like in 7th grade. I went to visit my dad in Arizona, and my folks split, and he was living down there. And my sister and I just went to this like country club. Well, he worked all day. We got passes. We were at this country club, and then we befriended like the people at the desk. They just let us go there for free, and I would just like we'd be there all day. So I'd like play basketball and I'd swim. My sister and I would play tennis, and she'd fart around and just like talk to guys and then I just like do the machine. But I like did the stair stepper for like sometimes like 2 hours at a time.
Really?
Oh yeah, I'm surprised I don't have. It's probably why I tore my calf before the Celebrity All Star game. Do you know that I tore it and still played?
Listen, you played.
Dude, I had 9 points.
Seeing Brad out there is just fucking hilarious.
Yeah. If he had scored, I told him the whole place would have exploded.
The place would have went bananas.
Yeah, and I was like, you would have, that. I mean, when he stole the tip, and then even when he went through my legs at one point, I was like, he almost made that one. When he stole the tip and got the fast break is just not his forte.
Well, first of all, take the word fast out of that.
The break to the hoop, yeah. But yeah.
You guys look so happy. Like, I was looking at your guys' Instagram. Yeah. That's just one of those moments that you think, look at what we do.
Yeah.
And then we get to do this. It's like every person you meet, you're like, can you?
Oh, yeah, dude. Well, dude, it was definitely, I don't even want to say bucket list, just because, I joke about it. I did want to play in the NBA, and it's my favorite sport. So just to be.
You wanted to play in the NBA?
Yeah. For the longest time.
Was there a thought in your head that you could make it?
6th grade.
6th grade, you thought you could make it?
Because, and I'll tell you this, when I was quick fat, I was the tallest kid. Okay. So nobody could.
You have to explain quick fat.
Quick fat basically is a term that I came up with that explains why every 10, 20, 45 years there comes along a fat kid that just defies the laws of gravity. I was just
one of those kung fu guys, one of those the fat kung fu guy.
Yeah, the fat older. Yeah, he's real quick. Like what was it in Street Fighter? Not E Honda. Well, he was pretty quick.
E Honda was pretty quick.
Or
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So but I was fast as the skinny kids. I just like I say, I smell like fruit snacks and Pop Tarts when I sweat. But I was the tallest kid, so you couldn't D me up in the post. I shot threes all day, every day. Because I loved Reggie Miller and Larry Bird. So I had I could shoot the three. I would always practice post moves because I love Hakeem. So I was like this tall kid that you couldn't D up that could shoot the three and again was fast. So I was like, I would dominate. And I think I told you this once. We were playing this team in a championship at this tournament, and one of the dads, when I'm running down court after I hit this sky hook to put us up by 4 with 8 seconds left, I'm running down court and I just hear him from the other side just go, "Man, that fat motherfucker's killing us." And I was like, yeah. And I was like, I think he's talking about me, but
that's the point you're like, is he? What?
But I am killing him. But I was just so dominant, and this team was so heavily favored. And because they've been crushing everybody in the tournament, and we won, and I was like, and also the way, just like anything, the way now too with sets, and the way, shit on Dine Up Here, you would tell me that Jim Carrey would talk to you. It's like after a while when the way people respond, you're like, oh, all right, what I'm doing is like it's hitting on many different cylinders, and so I was like, oh, I think I'm having fun and I'm seeing what I'm doing on the court, but the way people are talking to me about it, I'm like, I think and then all of a sudden, you get older and you just kind of plateau out at 6 feet and a half.
Well, what happens is everybody's, you realize that you're not good at all in comparison to,
yes.
You know what I mean? I played basketball. I was late. I didn't play till my sophomore year in high school.
Oh shit.
And only because I was tall.
Yeah.
And then I had this thing, if you tell me I can't do something, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
So I was like, and then the varsity coach was like, oh, you suck, that kind of thing. And I was like, I'm going to get you,
You still think about it?
Yeah. I went to big man camp. That's the first time I learned that I wasn't tall.
There's a camp for big men?
Yeah, it was called Big Man Camp.
That's
so
awesome.
I went to it. I said, Mom, I got to go to Big Man Camp, So she was like, okay, gets me out of the house for a week or whatever it was, right? So I went to Big Man Camp for the summer.
Camps.
Yeah, they love it.
Camps are saving marriages.
Who knows what she was doing?
Yeah. Have you asked her about that since?
No, I don't even want to know. She was in her 30s.
Just go home and say, hey, Mom, Big Man Camp. What were you up to?
Tyrone, whatever. So I went
he was your counselor.
Yeah. So I went to Big Man Camp, and that's when I realized I'm not tall. At 6'3", I thought I was tall. In my high school, I was one of the tallest guys. I went to a small high school.
Yeah.
But, you get there, and it's like 6'10", 7 foot. Everybody's like, what's up, little man? And I was like, oh, shit, this is real. I had to dribble and shit. I was like, bring the ball up, little man. I was like, oh my
shit,
God.
man,
It was crazy. Yeah, but I learned some skills. I came back. I was all league. You know what I mean?
Were you really?
Yeah.
That's why you love the NBA, yeah.
Yes, I love the NBA. I love the highest level of anything, though.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge college basketball fan.
Right.
The tournament comes around and something happens, they play harder, right? Did you watch the tournament this year?
Of course, yeah. I mean, there's just more at stake. A lot of these guys are playing for their draft status,
Right, or whatever they're playing for. But I just don't like it. I wouldn't watch like Division 3 basketball. I don't watch the WNBA.
You don't like seeing the step down.
Yeah. I don't like none of that.
Yeah.
I like the highest level of. I don't even like college football.
Yeah. So does that translate for like movies? You don't like indies? You just want those big blockbusters?
No, but because sometimes an indie, it's like in the tournament. You know what I mean? Like if it's in Sundance, that's the tournament. The stakes are high.
Right.
That indie might be good because I've been in a few indies that I'm like, hey, you should watch this. This is good.
Yeah.
No, because it's different because I don't necessarily I'm not all blockbusters.
Right.
I love these Marvel movies, but it's
do.
Isn't it crazy that the kids today, that's all they're going to think?
Yeah.
This is all movies are.
Yes.
Remember, there's no Bruce Willis right now.
No.
The Rock is the closest thing to like what we.
Yeah. They're like that guy in Dumbo, so good. We're like, oh, you mean Beetlejuice?
Yeah.
You mean the Penguin?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I showed my nieces Beetlejuice, the twin 9-year-old girls, and I was like, I need to start showing you guys some classics. And like,
you love your nieces.
Yeah, so much. They loved Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
And that made me so happy. They were like, that movie was so great.
There's a lot of great movies that the kids are never going to see.
Yeah.
Because they're going to think, like, this Marvel shit has been going on for like over 10 years now.
Yeah.
So that means if you were like 8 years old, you're now 18, and all of your life, your impressionable time of your life, it was all superhero movies, everything.
Yeah. And you know this better than me. How many more characters and stories are there to...
They can keep going forever if they wanted to. I used to collect comics. I used to collect Marvel comics. I love the Spider-Man Marvel team up. Those were my favorites.
Really?
Yeah.
I had like some Ninja Turtle ones. And
I never was a Ninja Turtle guy.
I mean, yeah, I know, dude, because,
What?
just the way you said that. Like, I'm a Ninja Turtle guy. Like, we don't say that about our,
Is that like you people?
Yeah. When I worked at Universal, there was, in the break room, the character break room, there were almost everybody. I always felt so out of the loop because I'd be sitting there in fucking full Wolverine garb, and I'm sitting around with the other characters, and they would all be comparing comics. And one guy came in, he was the number one Beetlejuice because they were ranked. Like when I got hired as Wolverine, I was third string Wolverine.
Wait a minute.
What?
Wait a fucking minute.
Hey, what?
There was a class system.
Tiers, yeah.
Nerd tiers.
Well, those only were shed when they found out that I didn't know what Wolverine's favorite food was.
Oh no!
Oh, these kids would nerd out and ask me pop quizzes, and I would make up facts. And
Is that how you?
And one kid definitely one time was just like, "That's not right," and I was like, "Listen here, motherfucker. I'm just trying to get through the day.
Yeah,
I got some open mics tonight. All right.
Yeah, how dare you?
Yeah. But yeah, there was the Wolverine above me rode a motorcycle, came in a Wolverine T-shirt, and it was like, "Hey, dude, we know you're the guy.
Number one Wolverine."
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
But the number one,
it was his real hair. Like he did. That's when you know how when you don't need a wig. Yeah. That's when you're like number one on the call sheet for Wolverine.
But he walks too with like this like. He would walk. And yeah, dude, some of them took it real seriously. That's why when Disney bought Marvel and took the characters out of the park, and I remember, the guy who'd been Spider-Man there was there for like 15 years, right?
Oh, God.
And that was his livelihood. And we're sitting there and to me, I'm just like, all right, shit, like I'm going to do the New York cop now thing. I'm going to do the fake cop that walks around, Universal. And so he's sitting there. He's like, did you hear what happened? I was like, yeah, you got your life back, right? And he was like, how dare you, dude? How dare you? It's like, Spider-Man, just done. I'm like, yeah, man. I mean, you're always talking about going back to school and shit. Like, this is like a blessing in disguise. Like, were you really going to be Spider-Man until you were 60? And he was like, and he was in great shape. So he was like,
I could have been.
Yeah.
At least 40. That's terrible.
Yeah. But the comics thing, I mean, people were obsessed. I always felt so out of the loop.
Right. But I was going to say, that's equivalent to people that are into fantasy football.
Yeah.
Like because me and my friends that we've been in a fantasy football league for It's going on 20 years.
Wow, that's unbelievable.
Yeah, we're almost at 20. I think we actually hit 20 years already that we've been in the league together. So I know when we get together, an outsider hearing us talk, we must sound like idiots.
Yeah.
Because we're talking like, that's my guy. Just the way we talk about it. So I get like, whatever your group is, when you nerd out with your group, that's a great thing. And I can't stand that person that comes in that's like, this isn't real.
Yeah.
Like, don't shatter my fucking dream.
I know, dude. There's enough bullshit in the day. Like,
yeah.
let me
Can I have this? Can I have this?
Oh my God. Yeah. People want to go out of their way to squash joy.
Yeah.
The fantasy football thing, that is, people get so into that.
I know.
I've done it once, and
You don't do fantasy at all?
I think I'm going to do it this year.
Oh, wow.
Especially if we lose our quarterback.
You know what? This is the thing, though, man. These guys that I've been doing this with, we only hang out once a year. And it's when we go to the dinner for...
And is it the best?
The
and fantasy you look forward to it, right?
And it's like we talk shit, and we're like, I'm looking at them, and it's...
Do you leave that dinner going, why don't we hang out more? And you make tentative plans?
Always, dude. Yeah. Always.
Because it feels good in the moment. And you probably mean it in the moment.
We mean it in the moment, but some of them are real, like, close friends. But it's like, I'm talking about as a collective group. Yeah. We don't necessarily hang out. But, like, one of them, like, they all, like, half of them have kids.
Yeah, it's tougher.
They're talking about like their kids are going to high school. It's craziness.
Because we've
known each other for so long that they have kids that are now going to high school playing basketball. It's like
you get those updates yearly. That's crazy,
right? So when we catch up, it's like, wow, dude, and we're always fighting about the rules in the league. I'm the commissioner. I've been the commissioner of the league for like over 20 years.
That's
now.
awesome.
Handling the money and all.
Is it all comics or no?
No. These are just dudes that I just known from back in the day.
I was about to say normal people.
Normal people.
Have you ever caught yourself doing that?
Yeah.
Where you're like, are they comedians or are they regular people?
First of all, and I'm that's a real thing.
It is.
It's a real thing, especially in this day and age of how sensitive people are.
And I also mean regular and normal people by, you chose and not that like my buddy who's crushing it with his engineering life. That's not a regular job. That's what he's doing is true. Very fantastic.
No, but if he's around engineers,
yeah,
there's a certain. Like, they're
normality
just
to it.
Yeah.
There's more of a routine.
Can you believe they thought this was cobalt, blah, 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 whatever. You know what I mean? And then they're going to like...
Sensibilities are different.
Sensibilities.
And I think it's like there's more regular sense of humors than not, right?
Right.
There's a higher percentage of people that just, like... Yeah, where was I just like observing people? Oh, it was at the airport, and there's a group of gals that were getting ready to go to Vegas.
A group of gals?
Yeah. Like in the 50s.
What are you, 1920s? Who are you? This group of gals. Who the fuck are you?
Maybe I'm hanging around my mom's friends from Temple a little bit too much.
Yeah,
from Temple. They were just chumming it up about going to Vegas, but the things they were joking about, like I could not. And obviously, like there's probably a gender, barrier there that I'm not relating to. But like they were just laughing about shit that was so. Like one of them, she was like, and she thought she could just get away with bringing this much stuff. And she had a small bag, and she's like, "What up, heck light?" And they all just were dying laughing.
You know what? You know what this reminds me of is that as comics,
the time you had an orgy with a bunch of gals.
I wish. Old ladies. It just reminds me that we're actually not that different from everyone else. Like we like to think we're different.
Comics.
Yeah, comics. Yeah. But that's just what you said. It's just our sensibility when we're with comics is a certain way.
Because then, I don't know if you do this, but if I listen to stuff like that, sometimes I'll end up tagging their stories from afar. Like I'm thinking of like, if I was in that circle or if I hear them say something, it's just the same way you do it if you see a commercial or a movie or you're writing a bit, like you hear something and it triggers something and you kind of, like somebody said something and I was like, oh, I would have said that if I was Jill, I would have come back with that retort. I almost wanted to go up and be like, just whisper in here, hey, you want to make this, you want to stand out in this circle? You want to get upgraded to first class on that flight?
And then they're looking at you like, well, what? Get out of here.
Your friend will let you sleep in the bed and she'll take the couch if you say this,
Yeah, but I'm realizing that every group has their own sensibility, has their own weirdness.
For sure.
I
definitely have friends, though, that I just can't kick it with when I go back home now because I'm like, you're making me do all the heavy lifting when we hang.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're the funniest guy in your group?
No, I mean, like, that's why I like to hang out with, like, my friends that make me laugh when I go back home.
Right. Yeah, but I find that when the misconception about comics is that they think we're sitting around cracking jokes all the time.
Yeah.
We're actually super serious, like to the point of like it's like annoyingly serious.
Yeah.
It's like you want to go lighten up, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
I know.
That's why we do podcasts. This is
Yeah.
like comics love doing podcasts.
Yeah.
Because we're up here just being like, then the world, and this is what's wrong with America, But we're just doing it in a way that makes you laugh.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, we're actually very serious.
Yeah.
I can't. The dude that's the guy nobody wants to be around.
What? That's just always locked in.
Oh God, the only one person I don't mind being on all the time.
Who's
is
that?
Brian Callen.
Yeah. Well, because
It's something about his personality that he could be on, like, and then you're like, well, I'm okay with this.
Yeah, it's affable.
Yeah, but there's some people that like,
And it's also not.
any names.
There's still some like.
I don't even want to start a beef because there's some people that I go
Beefing with Griffin?
I'm walking away. That's a special episode. And on a very special Riffin with Griffin, beefing with Griffin, beefing.
Griffin beef sounds like something you could get at Ralph's.
I like beefing with Griffin, but beefing with Griffin is not what you think it is.
For sure. Well, that's the name of the podcast. I'm talking about the item that's sold at the store.
Yeah.
Griffin beef.
Griffin. Oh, I like that. No, but beefing would be actually going to get beef.
Yeah. Do you have beef with anyone currently?
No, I don't hope not.
Yeah.
I probably do.
No,
though.
you're so positive.
I'm not positive.
You are.
No. People don't.
Likable. Maybe that's the word.
People don't. I don't make myself approachable all the time
You
because
don't.
people
You gotta
will
get
take
to know
advantage
you.
of that shit. Yeah, you get to know me, I'm in. But because there's too many people that are too familiar, man.
Yeah.
Just walking around the comedy store.
It definitely took me a while to get a smile out of you when I walked up to a club.
Yeah, because I didn't know you.
Yeah, but I appreciate that. And that's the way to do it. You're right. These people, like,
I'm still mad at you for running the light at that that bullshit festival we went to. And what was that?
It was one of the Dakotas, wasn't it? No,
Yeah.
it was in Bismarck. I remember on our ticket it said. So where is that? I think it's South Dakota.
South Dakota.
Yeah.
Yeah. This guy's supposed to do 20
Fargo.
minutes.
It was Fargo.
Yeah, we're 52 minutes into his set, and I'm like, what the
shit!
fuck
I
is
went
this guy
first,
doing?
didn't I?
Yeah.
It was you, then Adam Hunter.
Yeah, but anyways, you have to.
That's fun.
Because we meet so many people,
Yeah.
like when we roam around these clubs,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of people trying to do it, and it's just like I don't sometimes have time for that. Like, how do you do it? Energy. I don't got time for you.
There's also a lot of forced. I think when you're starting out, you want to be. I think like when I see a lot of young comics like approaching with a lot of just like, hey, what up, and a lot of touching and back rubs and a hug, and you're like, oh, what are you doing?
Wow,
I don't even know
sexual.
your last name. And then put their finger in your mouth.
Why are you blowing me? But you know what that is to me is they wanna skip steps.
Yes, they want to skip steps. They want that familiarity and comfort level that comes with time and experience, and you got to put in your hours on that. And but I see it too with a lot of people that are just because the store is now becoming such a welcomed hang. Obviously, there's more security and more people kind of checking in to make sure everyone that's there is there. But it's still very comic friendly. So it's like it's the only one that's really like that. It's got as much. The prestige and the room for hang. So when there's so many comics, I'll see new people every week, and I'm like, oh, I've never seen this person, but they'll come up to me like, what up, Adam Ray? Give me the thing. And I'm like, what up, man? And I'm like, oh, this guy's a young comic, but he's just, the culture of the store and the looseness makes everyone just be like, fucking we're all buddies because we're all here.
But there is like an underbelly of the comedy store. There's actually levels. There's tiers at the comedy store.
Yeah.
Like there, there's shows going on that I don't know about. I would never be on or go to, but you hear them talking about it. It's like, oh, I'm going to do that. What show is that?
Yeah. Well, yeah. So that's creating more opportunities for just all walks of life to be there.
But I mean, it is nice being.
It is great
because like right now they're going through this like sort of renaissance at the comedy store.
For sure.
Like,
you think it'll change at some point?
No, it always goes ebbs and flows. You know what I
Right.
mean? Ebbs and flows. But like for right now, I feel like at the prime of my comedic whatever. I feel like I'm there when all this stuff is happening. It feels good. But man, I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know who knows in this business.
You can just stand up forever.
If I can.
Can you imagine never stop? Like if you didn't.
Yeah, I could see myself being out of touch.
I was just talking to a guy who's a comic. He's 48 in our business, and he goes, if I had the option, at this point, he goes, because he's doing a bunch of writing gigs. He goes, oh, would I like to make the same amount of money, if not a little more, and drive to Burbank instead of get on a plane? He's like, for sure, I want to do that. Because I was asking him like, how much, how you feeling at this spot, and.
Well, I just know like I wish the road was better.
Yeah.
I do. I wish it was better. Like I don't have the same eagerness. It's like anytime I know I have to travel, I'm like, oh, God.
Yeah, the traveling's the work part.
Plane.
And I'm going to Miami tonight.
No, I'm going to DC tomorrow.
Well, come to the shows, man.
I know. See you out there. All right, let's take care of some business right now, actually. Sure. So you got stuff going on.
Yeah.
Like, what do you got going on?
See, I got the second season of She-Ra coming out on Netflix, April 26th.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I'm the voice of her talking horse sidekick, Swiftwind.
Oh, wow.
And then my album's coming out April 26th.
Album dropping. Album.
I should have you had you sing like a theme song to it with your whoa, 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 whoa. Remember walking up and down New Orleans and singing that shit?
I know. That was so fun.
That was the best.
Yeah, that was good. So you got your album coming out. Is this your first album? No.
Second album. First one was called Pop-Tart Suicide. This one's called
The Legend of Quick Fat.
It should have been. I thought about that. It might be the third one. This one's called Read the Room. It comes out April 26th.
April 26th.
Yeah.
You can pre-order it before that.
Okay. Yeah. Pre-order April 11th. And then, podcast about last night with Brad Williams.
With the very funny Brad Williams and Adam Ray, the About Last Night. I've been on that a few times. I really enjoy going on there and talk with you guys. It's just I've never been on the video version of it, though.
Yeah, well, that's next.
Yeah, these guys.
Well, I just looked at a place today to maybe move to, so we might be upgrading the whole podcast situation. We also are going to do a podcast cruise over Halloween.
Podcast cruise?
Yeah, podcast 2020 Halloween weekend.
What does that mean, though?
The same people who do Adam Carolla's podcast cruises, we're going to do a cruise.
About Last Night cruise?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. You're going to invite other podcasts? Like Riffin with Griffin could be there? And
maybe.
You always said maybe? He's like, no, slow your roll.
Well, we got to find out how many tickets we're going to sell first. But we got till 2020, so we'll be fine.
Is it going to be a cruise or is it going to be a rowboat? The About Last Night.
Oh, my God. The About Last Night fucking kayak.
Yeah, we sold like 6 tickets. Here we
BYOK.
Bring your own kayak. I got that.
Yeah, man. And
so you got that, and then you could be, and then where can we find your road dates and all that kind of stuff?
AdamRayComedy.com is all my tour dates, and I'm pretty much I got through the fall, and Miami Improv this weekend, Acme in Minnesota next week, and then Moon Tower Comedy Festival in. And
I never get into that. They never invite me to that.
Oh, I'll talk to Colleen. You should be there for sure. And you should take your podcast down there next year. Yeah, that'd be dope.
They just never, they never pay. Yeah.
And the Kevin and Bean April Foolishness show is April 26th.
All right.
Do you know those guys?
No.
Oh, I got to introduce you
to
those
guys. I don't know any
guys.
of these people, man.
Come on, man. You know Jim Carrey.
You think I know him?
Yeah.
I don't know him. If I saw him, he'd be like, hey, Erik, but it's not like I have his number or anything like that.
You don't got his number?
No, dude. Nobody has his number.
That would be the first thing I would have done when I met him.
I tried to get his number. I tried to get in contact with him when his show got canceled just to be like, hey, man, I just want to say thank you.
Yeah. Nobody.
Couldn't get it.
Why? They said no?
He's not a real person anymore.
I know.
He's not a real, like, these people get so, that's another thing when you have dumb money and and then you have like,
you have
enough money where you have like a certain type of lifestyle where you don't even go to ATMs. You don't know how to like send a FedEx package. These are these kind of people. He's got 2 assistants. When you got 2 assistant money, like, dude.
You're not even grocery shopping for yourself.
You don't even know what anything is.
Can you imagine being so detached? You like walking to the grocery store after like 20 years of not doing it, and you're just what are these? And everyone's like, vegetables?
Why do they look like that? Yeah, they're uncooked. This is where we get them, you piece of shit.
Yeah,
you know
I only see them when they're fully done, and yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just saying.
How do you pronounce this? Marie Callender? Who is that? Some famous chef? Yeah, kind of. When you're poor.
No, you go to good restaurants.
Yeah,
Marie Callender's is great.
She's great.
They got good pies there. They got great pies. You know what? I'm going to go to Marie Callender's right after this. Riffin with Griffin, brought to you by pies.
That'd be amazing. That'd be amazing.
Well, listen, I know you got to go.
I got. What do we? How
much time you got?
I got till like 2. Let's do
2:10.
Let's do like 8 more minutes.
Okay, 8. Look, you said it like really.
I would love to do another 2 hours. I could talk to you forever.
Yeah, I know. Well, this will be part 1. You know,
I love that. Yeah,
I have a lot of part 1, part 2s here. Adam Ray, part 1. Well, that's good. We didn't even. Man,
what do you want to know?
We go on a tangent all the time.
Well, that's great though. Yeah,
I know. But
let's get back to the facts.
Let's get back to so you were in Seattle.
Yeah. That literally was about 45 minutes ago. Holy shit.
So you left Seattle. When did you come here? When's the first time you came to LA?
So I came here to visit LA with my buddy and his dad to do like a college search. And my buddy didn't even go to college. He's killing it, a musician in Seattle. But we visited Lowell Marymount, San Diego. It's the schools, UCLA, USC, and then Pepperdine. And
I love Pepperdine. What a beautiful campus.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And I remember really meeting one of the guys who like showed people around, because that school is heavily Christian or Catholic?
I think it's Catholic. Yeah. It's a Catholic school.
So I remember making a joke about being like, oh, I'll be one of your few Jews here, huh? And I remember the guy who was taking us around made a weird face like, oh.
Jew.
Guess what? That was the subtext.
But by the way, my favorite Dom Herrera joke ever is, I can't say Jew without bastard. The great Dom Herrera. That's old school racism. You can't even do that anymore.
I know, dude. Dude. He's so fucking funny. Dom used to, when I did his podcast on the Laugh Factory network, we called my Aunt Shirley, who's 90, and she just had a stroke. And we called her up, and I was like, Aunt Shirley, can you tell? Because at the time, she'd been married to my uncle for 65 years. Right. And then he passed away, and she was like living in this home, and she's like, I've got a sometimes boyfriend now. And I was like, what's a sometimes boyfriend? She's like, sometimes we hold hands. And Dom's like, oh, it's fucking adorable, you know? And then he goes, and he kept calling her Muriel. And I was like, her name's Shirley. He goes, that's the same shit. And I goes, and I
you get to a certain age, you become Muriel.
Yeah. And Dom cursed at one point, and she goes, could you please not swear? And I go, Shirley, you don't swear? And she goes, no, only when I'm by myself and I drop something. And Dom goes, so you're like, what? Oh, fuck the pasta. And then she's like, I have to go. I can't talk anymore.
Oh, man.
Yeah. But Dom's...
You terrorized your 90-year-old aunt that's in a home?
Yeah.
You're a monster.
So we visited all schools, and then I came back down in 2001 to go to USC. I, applied for the school, like, unlike, the ways things are done now.
Isn't that crazy?
Becky...
all of them. It's like 13. I wonder if they're going to get jail time.
Oh, dude.
I wonder if they're going to jail.
They're going to go to like a Martha Stewart jail.
But can we just talk about this for a second before you go?
Yeah.
This is one that I don't understand. You want your kid to go to college, right? For the prestige of that, whatever it is, I guess, right? Or do you want them? What is the purpose of that?
I wanted to go to college because I wanted to do acting. So I auditioned for the acting school, and I was like,
no, but I'm saying as a parent.
Oh, for sure.
I'm saying as a parent, you want
your kid. For the experience. I think there are, for me especially, and my mom preached this. She was like, because I was like, oh, I'll just go to University of Washington, stay close to home, because she was still by herself and just met my stepdad, so the timing was right. But I was like, she's like, no, you got to get away. Even if she was going to be by herself, she's like, you need to go away for school and experience that. You need to be on your own. She's like, you need to like grow up, have some time away from home and learn about, and just like, you got to grow like that. And then I think there are a lot of benefits to that, because you are like,
but
being
as
around
a parent though,
and not having any sort of like safety net,
But I'm saying as a parent, like, first of all,
it's changed.
I'd be furious with my mom if she spent $1.5 million for me to go to college.
Oh, me too. Well, we got...
I'd be like, bitch.
My grandparents helped a little...
Give me this money.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
I just go to DeVry.
My grandparents helped me for about 2 years. I think it was 28, I think, a semester when I went.
Oh, God.
And which I think now it's close to 65, 70.
Yeah.
So this was 2001 to 2005. So, and then I got a couple grants. I got financial aid.
You got a Jew grant?
Hilarious. No, Jew grants the guy that helped us get the grant.
Oh, did you go to Jew? Hi, this is Jew.
Why do you sound like that?
You want to get in college?
We know that's not your real voice, Jew. Just, you don't have to put that on because your name's that way.
I always used to say I wanted to like pretend I was a manager.
Oh yeah,
Jerry Jew Bergenstein. I want to say like, hi, I'm Jerry Jew Bergenstein. I'm calling about Erik Griffin.
That is a great manager agent voice.
Yeah. But really.
So I financial aid, and then I got some a year paid scholarship wise from grades and stuff. But having single mom, 3-4 jobs, that helped a lot to get all that financial help. But then I just paid them off probably 6 years ago now.
I know, but I'm just saying I don't understand.
But you're right. If it was that much though, and my mom was like, "This is what we're gonna have to go through," I would have taken a step back and been like, all right, maybe I could just take some theater classes here and then move to LA. Move to LA and try to just immerse myself in the business.
I know, but here's the thing. These people are rich, okay? So their kids are, one of the kids is like a blogger making money. I'm just saying, if it was for the prestige, if it's to say, okay, but how can it be for the prestige if you know you paid for it? Because the prestige is just for you.
I don't think they care. It's also like it's also probably the parents wanting their kids to go to school and be away from them and not have to like. I bet that kid's around the house they're
rich. The kids are not with them. They're not living in a 2-bedroom condo in Reseda.
Also, you got to know that kid's not gonna. There must be something delusional in the parent's mind, like in Lori Laughlin's mind, where she's like, maybe if she goes to school, she'll actually make some shit of herself and not be. And get inspired of being around other intellectual people and not be stuck in a room blogging or posting nude pics or whatever I don't know what she's doing to make money, but
okay, but how about this?
Growing up a little.
How about this?
Because you do that.
How about you tell your kid, I'll give you $1 million if you get into college.
Wow.
How about that?
Wow. Yeah, that's good parenting.
Talk about motivation among your parents. Even at my age, if my mom would have said, look, I got $15,000.
My mom used to say, I'll give you $20 if you stop biting your fingernails.
Recycled. This is what
and
I'm
I couldn't even do that.
Because you needed it to be like, you're like, I
don't know, these fucking, like, you know.
What's up with these fingernails? Is there something I don't know? What are you doing with my fingernails, woman? You know? And we just brought it full circle. Look at that.
That's amazing.
Took it back to the beginning. I just there's different ways to motivate.
Yeah.
I think you just motivate them. Just say, like, imagine if you say, I got $1 million in a trust fund. It's going to go to charity.
Yeah.
Or it can go to you if you get into Yale.
That's what's truly tough about, I think, kids now, or at least just this generation is like, where do you get that motivation from? Motivation is tough no matter how you slice it. Every day you're like, we're trying to figure out.
I have to motivate myself every day, even to do this fucking podcast. You got to motivate
and to go
yourself.
through, like, you're doing all the trials and tribulations and the trial and errors of just putting this together yourself, what you're doing. It's like, but even just to get you, I mean, like, dude, the amount of like jobs that I've not gotten in the past 5 years, and when I really take a step back, and I think that's why you keep yourself busy, so you're not spending time thinking about stuff. But when I really do sit down and think about, like, and let myself go through, like, oh, I remember that audition. Remember I almost got that. Remember that. It's mind blowing, and overwhelming almost. And then you kind of have to meet that with like a pat on the back and go, oh, look what I got to do. I got to D up Dr. Oz in Charlotte, and then. But then you go, God, the amount of things that, like, and then
is that one of your credits? I got to D up Dr. Oz. Like, I like how you said that. I like how you said that. Like, people are gonna be like, whoa. Did he D up Dr. Oz?
I put an elbow in his back. He gave me a kale salad tip. No, but like going through anything that you know of the rejection, and then finding a way to just do it all over again, and put yourself back in front of whatever. Yeah,
it is a weird business because it's all no.
Yeah, I literally was just talking to someone.
Like, it's an occasional yes.
Yeah,
and a lot of no.
Yeah. I just was talking to somebody who was like, "Oh, you're a comic," and they're like, "Wow, rough life." And I was like, "All right, so this is who do they know? That they're basing this off of, And then I always go into defense mode where I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, it can be, but now it's great. I'm regular all the clubs. Blah blah. I'm going to Miami this weekend. 5-6 hours. Red eye, not first class. It's great. And but then I do try to find the things that I do love about it, and also try to be like, hey, like." Put in the work, still putting in the work. You don't ever just get to a point and it's great. But I go, all right, from her perception, for sure. Like, she's probably, and then she told me she's a big fan of Crashing. And so she's like, that just seems like it depicts it just to be so tough. How do you do it? How do you have fun? How do you?
Yeah.
I'm like, I mean, you do. Like, obviously, this is why you're not doing it.
I always feel like my career is like, I'm on a treadmill, but it's set to 1. So I don't know if I'm progressing at all. I have to go a long time, and then I have to look back and be like, oh shit, I've actually done some things.
Wow.
I guess we'll kind of.
My career is like being on a stair stepper. I'm constantly climbing and hoping I can get off soon.
Yeah, you're constantly climbing, but for some reason not going anywhere.
Yeah.
You're just climbing.
Constantly watching the Today Show. One then just
Like,
fall
the
back
same
into a
fucking
beanbag
show is
chair.
on, and I'm still
I
climbing.
said, I'm not on it.
Yeah, I know. But I don't know. What is our motivation? Why do we keep doing it? I guess it's just the need to just keep saying things and doing things and being seen and performing. If you don't have the love for that and all the stuff that goes with it, then this isn't for you.
Yeah. I'm also so glad I'm in LA. I love every day I drive around here. I'm just like, this place rules. Can you imagine living anywhere else?
I know.
Can you?
I can. I do want to live other places.
Yeah.
I like Seattle. I like
Seattle
the Pacific
rules.
Northwest.
You would crush Seattle. You could probably be king of comedy in Seattle. Take Griffin on the road.
But why would you want to be there if you're the king anywhere?
Yeah.
Then you're done.
Whoa, are you putting LeBron on blast?
Oh God, isn't it?
I mean, that's a whole other podcast. Magic steps down.
Yeah.
If Magic Johnson is like,
yeah,
I can't. Not even I can fucking cast a spell that's going to turn this shit around.
30 years with HIV, but 9 months with LeBron and he's out.
I mean, how do you not drop the mic and then dude?
Spell out. Well, anyways, that's been another fantastic episode of Riffin with Griffin. I think it was fantastic.
It was.
This is actually you're going to end up being my actual first official guest.
I love that.
You know, I tried with Jesse May. That's going to be the lost episode, the technical difficulties episode. But I think this is the episode where I got it right and we did it. This is Adam Ray. He's got his album coming out. What's the name of the album?
Read the Room drops April 26th.
Read the Room drops April 26th. You can go AdamRay.com.
AdamRayComedy.com.
AdamRayComedy.com. And, obviously I'm at EricGriffin.com. And, thanks for listening to Riffin with Griffin. And I'll see you next week. I might be by myself or I might have somebody sitting there. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. All this is going to change as it goes. I'm growing, people. Stop judging me. That's the judgment,
You just know it's happening.
Like it's going to be like people can't stand when the pictures are like, they're like,
I love that.
They're obsessed about like that picture in the back. Straight it in.
Do I really sound like that?
No, I'm just saying people.
I know me. I've been blogging about you.
Oh, this motherfucker. Are you
I love this picture, by the way.
Are you like, I hate
Unbelievable.
This just shows you how big NBA players are.
I know, dude. Like, you're
I'm
super
a pretty
tall to
tall
me.
guy.
Yeah, dude. You don't look like shit to these guys.
Chris Paul looks little, like on TV. But look at he's bigger than me.
I don't get it.
It's crazy. I'm 6'3". But anyways, that's it. Riffin with Griffin. Thanks, guys. See ya.